All right, we're approaching the Acropolis. We're here 8:15 in the morning before all the tourists and tour groups get here. Hopefully it won't be too crowded and crazy. We'll have a little more relaxing time. Okay, there it is, part of it up there anyways. Walk around. There's Athens in the background. Here's the ancient amphitheater that was built by a wealthy Roman. A lot of the seats have been fixed up, but gives you an idea of what was here at one time, and it's still being used. You can see a hill off in the distance with remains of a temple to Zeus, I believe. Nice morning. Sun's coming up over the hills there. Bells are ringing, and it's very comfortable. All right, walking uphill again. Look up at the top. I believe that's the temple to Athena Nike. Of course, Athena is one of the most beloved gods here, born out of Zeus's head. She's considered the goddess of wisdom. A little higher up, looking down at the theater and the original walls. Looking at another section of the Acropolis, you can see the rocks and cliffs, and for added security, built those massive walls to keep unwanted people away. There's a crane and scaffolding up there, doing a lot of restoration work. Some more remains down there, more views of Athens, but you know, didn't really come here for the views of urban sprawl. Okay, continuing up, the massive cliffs and more walls. You can see some of the tops of the temples up there. We'll just continue to climb. Imagine most of these stones and step and pavers are original, going back 2,500 years. Okay, we're approaching the main entrance, called the People's Gate, I believe. And there's some tourists here, not terrible though. And pan around, more of Athens. There's another side wall and gate. You can see Athens in the distance. The sun's starting to come over the hill, so it's nice and white and shiny. Looks a lot neater and cleaner from afar. Off of the distance, you can see the ancient agora and the temple to Hephaestus. And we'll just pan around, slowly look at what's left of the original Acropolis. I mean, this is what's left of it, and it's pretty impressive. So you can imagine what it was like when it was intact and used for celebrations and rituals and other things. Pan around again. There's a popular high spot right there. You can climb up to it. Again, Athens. And we'll go around. Really not a whole lot of people here. Normally it's packed. So if you come early or even late, you'll have a better experience. So climb up the stairs. See some of the original columns. This would have had arches here and roofs and all kinds of other things. Walking on some really nice marble pavers. Looking around. Another little temple there to Athena. Original stonework in the walls. See the columns, how they were made, individual sections and held in place by pegs in the middle. Some of the walls and foundations, stones. Okay, more views. Continuing upward. This is the side. More massive stones and columns. And we'll climb up and actually get to the top. And we'll continue onward. They have a nice walkway here. Help people because it is uneven in places and stones are a little slick. So here we are entering the very top. See, they got cranes up here doing some restoration work, and you know the bells are ringing and things are happening. Looking at the back of the entrance, just very massive. And there's all kinds of pieces on the ground here. And we're not quite sure where they go because up until the 16th century, when the Ottomans were here, they were using the Parthenon to store munitions. And in a battle with the Venetians fired a cannonball, hit the Parthenon, and it hit the munitions and it exploded and stuff went flying everywhere. So all these pieces are just unknown as to what they are, where they go, but you know, still getting up here and seeing this. There's the caryatids there in the corner, 4 female maidens holding up the roof. They aren't the original ones, the copies. The original ones are in the museum. But you can see nice views here, Athens and mountains in the distance. And this is the Parthenon. There's a lot of scaffolding and cranes here, which sort of distracts a bit, but I guess it's for a good cause.